everybody. Welcome to Crafty Hour. I am not even sure what Crafty Hour number we're on, but we are going to be doing a Crafty Hour. Today we're going to be making these cards from the Simple Vintage Christmas Lodge. So we're going to be starting in just a minute. I just wanted to get the event going so that everybody can join in. If you are going to be making them with me, or perhaps you just want to sit back, have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, and have a little watch. It is totally up to you. So this is the first part. Good morning. I'm going to be doing these 4 cards. And then Courtney's going to come back this afternoon at 5 p.m. Pacific time, and she's going to create these 4 cards. So we thought we would break it down for you. We do know that a lot of you love these kits, but I'm also going to go out on a limb and say that we think a few of you buy them but don't do them. So we thought it would be fun to kind of do it together and have a crafty hour. So these are the cards that we're going to be creating, and I am going to be winging it right along with you. But I did decide at 4 o'clock this morning that I am going to do one of them with a glitter. So you don't have to, but if you do have some red glitter or maybe even some red foil, you could do that too. I just wanted to show you how I like to change them up and be a little bit fancier than what you see. So good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. So today is a crafty hour. I don't know what number. I have no idea. But if you are new to our crafty hours, Courtney and I, this is a joint venture. And what we do is we pick something that we're going to craft with. And it could be something very simple like this, or it could be something where we like to just, change up, add a few things and say, what can we do from this, and challenge ourselves. That is going to be next week's. Next week's is going to be a challenge. So that's what we're going to do today. You do not have to purchase this. Oh, good. We're crafty hour number 4. It feels like we're number 44, but crafty hour number 4. Thank you, Keitha. I was going to guess that because I had thought of the other ones, but I don't trust myself at all. So if there is anything that you see today that we're using that you do want, please feel free to reach out to either Clipper Street or Scrapbook and Memories. We will take care of you. We both do carry the red glitter paper, red foil paper. So if you do want to do that, just reach out. We don't have anybody watching this morning. So if you do want to order anything, just give us a call after. So we're going to get started because, an hour goes really fast. So what I've done is I've opened up my kit this morning, and I have my enamel dots, which I'm going to be using some of those. But I am one of those that likes to put all of my jewelry on at the end. So I'm going to be using these at the end of my 4 cards. I'm going to set them off to the side. I've got my chipboard, and I have actually gone through to make it a little easier for myself and numbered which ones I need. So we'll see how that goes. That's the idea. We have our 4 card bases. These are included in your kit, which is kind of nice. And then we have some of these die cut sheets. Now these are already die cut out. I just have to punch them out. And we have one sheet that has card bases and some more embellishments. We have another sheet that has card bases and some embellishments. We have, I was going to do that and I forgot. We have some other die cuts and another die cut. So 4 sheets all together. So let's get started because, we know that time goes fast. I also, of course, have foam tape because, they need foam tape. And I have my liquid glue. I'll probably be using my quick dry glue for most of it, but we'll see. It's been a while since I've done one of these cards. Okay, so we're going to start with our card base. It is included. I'm going to give that one a fold. And I think to make it nice and easy, I'm going to go through and pull everything I need for card number 1. Now, as I mentioned last night, I went through and figured out everything that I needed, and I numbered them. So if you're working on this sheet with me, we are going to pull out our number 1 green base. That's the first one we're going to do. I'm just going to set these aside. I'm going to go to my next one that has bases, and I'm going to pull this one down here that has 3 stripes together. They've done a lot of the work for us. These cards are great for quick and easy cards, but also they're a little bit more flatter if you want to mail them out. Let's see. I don't see anything on number 1. Oh, I see a heart. Do I need a heart? I don't think so. No, that is for this. I need this piece down. Nope, I don't think it's that piece. Nope, this piece right here. Ah, see? So I need this red plaid that is right next to Hello Santa. That's where that red plaid came from. So far I've got 3 items. Let me just backtrack a little bit. On this sheet, I have my green. On this sheet, I have the multi-stripe that's down in the bottom left. On the sheet with the circles, I have this plaid, which is right by Hello Santa. And then on this one, and I also need my red circle. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Red circle. Over here, I need my Moosey Moose. Let's carefully pull him out. Now, I'm not going to do too much different with these cards, but you can always ink them. You could always glitter them. There's lots that you can do. Number 1, I need this Christmas tree. And it's the Christmas tree with the lights. So you have a couple of trees on there. Ugh, some of these need to be very gentle, and that's not normally my expertise. So what I'm going to do is just get it down a little bit like that. Good morning. Thanks for joining Crafty Hour today. We are getting our crafty on. So I'm just starting with my first card, and I am just pulling all the ingredients I need. And then on my chipboard, I need these 2 guys up here. 2 snowflakes up there. And I need a little bit of green holly right there. And then down here, I need all the trimmings. Okay, that should be everything. And if not, well, I'll just go and find it. So I'm just going to put all my ingredients to the side here. And that way, if you're still pulling them out, you can find them. Now, like I mentioned, in one of my cards, I'm going to add some glitter. All of these cards, you can add foil and glitter very, very easily. As a matter of fact, one of the other things I had thought about was die cutting out a circle here, maybe a fancy circle, like a stitch circle or something to go behind it. But alas, I was a little busy this morning. Okay, well, we'll see how we do. So the first thing I'm going to do, I've got my card. I'm going to take my green backing, and I am going to glue this on. Now, if I wanted to add foil and glitter, which I'll show you, I think we'll do it for card 3, then I would need to trim this down slightly because this is actually the full size of your card base. So we're not going to see any white on there. Okay, so that is first. I'm making sure that I don't have anything hanging over. It looks fine. Now, if you wanted to, you could always go and ink this with some brown distress ink. That would always work really nicely as well. Now, the next piece we're going to put on is this piece. Now, I'm trying to think. I'm not going to add foam tape yet. I'm going to add foam tape to my next layer. So I am just going to glue this one on flat, and I'm going to say about 1/2 inch, roughly. Okay, so we're going to go kind of like that. I think that will work perfect. Now you want to make sure that your printing on that paper is going the right way because there is words on there. Make sure you're straight. And that's our next one. And I'm just eyeballing my measurements. I am not measuring. Now, of course, we're going to add some foam tape, because foam tape makes everything better. So I am going to put a little bit of foam tape here and a little bit of foam tape here. And I'm going to come and put it maybe about 1/2 inch up. Just like that. Okay, so we have added our foam tape on there. Looking beautiful so far. Now our focal point here is going to be this circle, and it's going to go, I'm going to say probably right around like that. Now I'm not going to put foam tape on the bottom because then it would be kind of bumpy. I'm just going to put foam tape, I think, on the top portion. So I'm going to flip it like this, and then I can see a little bit better. I'm actually going to move it up just a smidge. I can see a little bit better where I need to add that foam tape. So I'll put a little bit there. Thank you so much for joining us for Crafty Hour this morning. Nice way to get our crafty on. Okay. These kits from Simple Stories, they come out often with them, and they're actually quite fun to make. And you do have some creative freedom in there. Okay, I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to the bottom portion, because if I put foam tape there, well, that's not going to be good. So I think just like that is good. We're going to have a little bit of a hangover happening, and that's totally okay. Now my tree is going to go kind of right in the center like that. I'm going to pop up my tree, because why not? I like to have that different, again, that different dimension. I don't need a lot of foam tape. That's enough. And I'm going to put it like that. Okay, and again, if you don't like all that white, you can ink it. Now my deer, or my moose is going to go like this, and I'm going to do foam tape on him as well. But actually, you know what? I'm just going to do foam tape on his front half and the bottom, not on his butt. He's going to be foam tape free there. So I'm going to put a little bit on his head. Actually, yeah, this piece, we're going to put a little bit there, and I'm going to put a little bit down by his feet. Okay, and maybe a little bit on, let me see. No, that could be good. That should be good. Yeah, we'll just do it that way. So I just put a little bit of foam tape behind his head and a little bit of foam tape on his feet. I'll use a little bit of glue everywhere else, just a little. And actually, I'm going to move this so it's right down at the bottom. Now, the reason I placed my foam tape there is because I don't want it to bump in over here. So let's, I kind of think I'll put him like that. And maybe add a little bit of foam tape. So when I do this, I can see that right here, it kind of dips down. So I need a little bit more foam tape there. And sometimes it's just a matter of doing it and then feeling and seeing if it's solid. And I think he's solid. All right, now let's add some chipboard. Oh, I do need one more chipboard, and that is the pine cone chipboard. I forgot. Okay, pine cone chipboard, I'm going to put foam tape on. So this chipboard does not have anything on it, no adhesive whatsoever. That gives me some freedom. And I don't want it to bump in, so I'm going to keep my foam tape mostly to the left. And we're going to put it right like that, right at his knees, on his back legs. Is that a thing? That's where we're going to stick it. And then we're going to put a little bit of greenery, maybe like that. Let's do that greenery flat. I'm just going to add a little bit of my Barely Art glue. Oops. Get in there. a little bit right like that. And I know it looks right now, but that's because this piece needs to go over top and complete it all. I like things to touch. It's just kind of what I do. And these cards follow that same little bit. So just added some foam tape on the back, and we're going to put it so it goes like that. Oh, I like it. Okay. So you see how now everything is kind of stuck behind. That's perfect. Now our last couple things is we're going to do some of our pop dots. My pop dots are a little bit thicker. I like that, a little bit higher, so it gives some dimension. You could just use foam tape if you wish. I'm going to do one kind of like that. And remember, I'm going to do all of my enamel dots at the end. I just find that that's a little bit easier for me because then I can lay them all out. Card number 1 is done. And I think it looks spectacular. Ooh, except, see what I noticed here? I didn't get all of my little die cuts out of there. One sec, let me just, I didn't bring my tweezers this morning. Otherwise I'd just poke them out, but we'll just do that. Good enough. I'll just kind of rip that little piece off. It's stuck in there. There we go. Now, we could go back and add glitter to this, add some enamel dots. Of course, we will do that as well. Okay, card 1 done. Let's move on to card number 2. See how quick these are? Whew. Okay, I'm going to put him off to the side for a moment. I'm going to bring in my card number 2. Let's bring in a card base. All right, card number 2. And I'm just going to go into here and find all of my goodies. So let's start back on this page. Okay, so right beside the big one, we're going to pull out this one. They've done all the work for us with these cards. So that's kind of what's fun. Sometimes you just need a quick get her done card. Let's see, do I need anything on here? I don't think so. I need this one here. And I need this one over here. So I needed on this sheet, the sheet with the circles, I need the red rectangle and the black gingham rectangle. And that might be it on that sheet. Let's check out this sheet. Card number 2. Ooh, we have 2 tags on this one. Now with the tags, again, you could go back and you could add twine onto that. You can add ribbon onto that. Whichever works for you. Okay. Oh, we need some of this holly here. I think. We'll see. Nope, maybe we don't. You know what? I think we need this one here. That's the one we need. Wishing you a Merry Christmas. Let's see. Let's check out our chipboard and see what we need. We need the word magical. And we need our deer. There's the deer. And I feel like I need one more thing here. Good morning. I don't want to use anything I'm not sure of because, well, that would just be bad. But I need some greenery. Green and holly printed tags. Can we have that? I need one more thing, I feel like. So let me just confirm. I'm a little nervous if this is not the right one and I take it and then Courtney needs it. Well, that would just be bad. So maybe we will just leave that for now. There's so much on these. I do need one more thing. Okay, can you guys figure out which one it is? There should be some greenery I need. chipboard. No, it's not chipboard. Die cut with matching leaves and the green bow. It is this one. Okay. Well, we'll do it that way then. It just looks different. No, I don't think this is. Huh. Okay, we're gonna pause on that one. We're gonna start making this. We'll see. I have the Merry Christmas chip. Oh, nope. It's not that one because it says wishing you a Merry Christmas. What I'm looking for is this little bit of greenery right here. You've a 2 on the middle left chipboard. 2. Oh, I do. But that's not the right one. That's me trying to figure out what I was doing. That's on, nope. Let's figure this out. Let's figure this out. Let's put it together. We'll start and then we'll figure it out. Everyone's saying chipboard. So I wrote a number 2, but I don't think that's the right one. So let's, number 2. Nope, it's a die cut. We'll figure it out. No worries. This is how we Crafty Hour live. I was doing this very late at night last night. And I should know better than to trust myself. Okay, so we're going to start with this base. And again, it actually looks like we've got 2 pieces of paper on there because they've given us that green border, which is perfect. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to take... no, we don't have any kits left. This one went very fast. We did 2 reorders on it, and they went very, very fast. And I think, I'm almost positive, but we can look, but I'm pretty sure that Simple Stories is out of it as well. Okay, now this black plaid is right down here. It's the die cut with the pine cone and the green bow. So I do have the right one. I just don't know. It looks different. I see on theirs has a little pine sprig and mine doesn't, so I'm scared about that one. All right, so I have just glued this down to the very bottom of the green, just like that. Very bottom of the green. And then we're going to take the red and we're just going to glue it on top. Now the red's going to go from edge of card to edge of card. So it's going to have a little bit different look. And right now, I am going to do all of this flat. Okay, Angie, I'll trust you, but I'm a little nervous about that. Because if you look at the picture really, really closely. Oh, let's look at this picture. Well, that doesn't show it very well. It's hidden. But if you look at this picture here, it looks like there's a little sprig right between those leaves. And then when I look at this one, I don't have that sprig. So maybe they added more. It's possible. Okay, let's put this on. And that goes edge to edge. Okay, so we have both of those. Now we're going to take our 2 tags and we're just going to layer these together. I think I'll just put a little bit of glue behind it. Just like that. I don't need a lot. And this is where if you want to add some ribbon or some twine, you have a choice. You could put it through now, or you can also, sometimes I do a little cheaty, and I tie a little bow and I just glue the bow on top. Okay, so I'm just going to do that. I've just put them together. The green one is underneath so that I can see the holly. And I'm going to pop this up. There we go. Okay. So we're going to add some foam tape to this. And it's going to go right in the middle of the card. And we're going to put them right about like, oh, that. Okay, so I add a little bit of foam tape. Again, I can always go back and put a little bit of twine. I'll probably tie a little knot and then put that on there. Now we're going to add our deer on here. And of course the deer needs some foam tape. So we're going to put some foam tape on the deer. Now these, here's my foam strips. These little antlers, etc., that's where I'm going to bring out my foam strips because it's going to be way easier to put some foam tape on there. So I took the backing off. I always do that because what that does then is it allows me to manipulate the foam tape the way I want it to go. That's probably good. So see how I just curved it, oopsie, curved it around. I'm just going to flip it, make sure I don't see anything. That's lazy because I don't want to cut them all. And then maybe I'll add a little bit of what I have left down to the legs. I'm not going to cover every little bit of leg because his legs are going to get covered. So a little bit of foam tape on there. And we are going to add him, I'm going to say right about there. Maybe I won't push down too hard yet. Now I can see that this foam tape here is kind of hanging out, so I might add a little bit more. If it doesn't bother you, well, maybe you don't need to. That's okay. But I'm going to just add a little bit more. Just a little bit. Just going to give it some stability. Oh, perfect. Now it is in good and on there. All right. So we think it's this one. I don't know. I am going to do, I know it's this one for sure. I know the colors are beautiful. I know it's this one. So give me a second. I'm going to double check before I add it to make sure I've got the right one. It does say in the instructions it's a die cut. So it is not any on here. Not any on here. Well, we'll do that one. And if it's not the right one, well, Courtney will let me know, I'm sure. That could be dangerous. Let me look at the other ones and just make sure it's not anywhere else. But nope, I don't see it. Okay. Yeah, they don't come with ribbon. Simple Stories never provides ribbon. They actually don't have a ribbon supplier. So they don't provide the ribbon, but you absolutely can. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, and this one does have ribbon on it. Okay, well, we'll see, won't we? So what I'm going to do is take this and kind of figure out how I want to see it. Maybe kind of like that. So it's totally up to you how you want to see it. I just kind of spread it out. The idea is that it's going to cover this back area. It's going to go all the way across the bottom of the deer. So I think that's kind of good. We'll do that. And now I'm going to add some foam tape to it. Now I know that I'm going to need some double foam tape on the bottom because as I'm holding it here, I can see that the bottom is really where I'm going to need that extra foam tape. So I'm just going to put a nice big chunk right across the bottom. And on the top, I'm going to put one piece. So the top has one, the bottom has two. And then I can figure out where I need more foam tape in just a minute. Sometimes it's doing that whole squish test and seeing. Let's see. Oh, I like that. Yep. That works. Okay, now I can see under this leaf, if I choose, I could add more foam tape. I think I'll just leave it for now. And what I will do is take my foam strip again. Now this is going to hang off, this magical is going to hang off the very bottom of my die cut. So I don't need foam tape over the entire piece. It's just not going to be useful. So I'm just going to put some of my foam strip just at the very top. Oops. Okay, just like so. And we're just going to put it right across. And then if I need to add more foam tape, I can, but I think right now it's okay. Yep. Now what I'm going to do, and this is personal because it bothers me, is right here I can see a little bit of that die cut peeking out. And it is like that on the instructions, but I don't like that. So I'm just going to take my scissors and snip it off. And now to me, it just looks a whole lot cleaner. Okay, so that's card 2 done. Okay, I'm just going to leave it there for a minute. I'm going to clean up my space. I'll do my embellishments after, because of course I don't quite know where I'm going to put my embellishments, but I'll do that after. And then I'm going to move on to card number 3. Now I've decided I'm going to change up card number 3 just a little bit. So let me move this aside here. I am going to add some glitter to number 3. So let me put this off to the side. Let me bring in a card. And let's pull everything that says number 3 on it. Okay, so number 3 is this piece here. This will be my card base. This is number 3. Yeah, I think it just needs a little bit of a pop of color. Now, you could do your red foil as well. That is always an option. Let's see what else I need. Oh, this big one. This is a nice big die cut. Bring that one in, and gosh, that might be it for that. And card number 3 here. It's not that one. This one, Peace and Joy here. And 3 of these guys. 1, 2, and 3. Now this card really does, it's a super easy card. Super easy. I'm just going to fix that. Sometimes the chipboard doesn't come out quite so nice, so I'm just going to make it better. 1, 2, 3. This one does all the work. It makes it look like we've already done a lot of layering. That's a die cut. And again, if we wanted to put a little bit of twine, we could either tie a little bow and stick it to it, or punch a hole, and you can have it coming out that way. I've got this piece that has the cardinal with the stripey. Now, another thing you can do if you ever want to get, jazzy about it, you could cut these apart and add to make it even more layered, give that look of layering. But these are meant to be quick and easy. Now, I'm going to add some red glitter. This is the glitter that we love, and it does not shed. So I'm just going to go into my stash. If you don't have this one, that is okay. You don't have to do it. Now, let's make sure, yep. Now, I know that my card measures just under 4, or my card measures 4 1/4. So I'm going to cut a piece that's just under 4 1/4. I may need to trim it down in a minute. We'll see. But I'm going to cut it to 4 1/8. And my card is 5 1/2, so I'm going to cut it to 5 3/8. So just under. Okay. This is just an extra step. You don't need to do it, but I want to show you how you can make them a little fancier. Now that's going to give me a tiny little border. I might use this. I'm going to keep this. It's going to give me a tiny little border all the way around. That's what I want. So I'm going to glue that together. Okay, so we'll glue this on. and attach. All right, so that's giving us a little border of that white all the way around. Now, obviously, I'm going to need to trim this down because this is meant to fit the entire front of the card. It is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I'm going to cut 1/4 of an inch off. So here's what I'm going to do. You might choose differently. This way is easy. I'm going to just take it to 4 and cut. That's an easy cut. Now I'm going to take a little off the top and a little off the bottom just to keep that balance going. Because I want to make sure that, you know, I don't take it all off the bottom, then I won't see any green. So I'm going to take about 1/8 of an inch there and about 1/8 of an inch there, taking it to 5 1/4. So I still kept that. And now I'm going to glue it on. And yes, we do sell those sheets individually. Karen, you're putting me on the spot because I honestly don't know right now. I have only had 1 cup of coffee. So, and we also have our friends at Scrapbook and Memories joining us, so their pricing might be different. So I am not going to say it, but we do carry all these sheets. And we're just going to attach that. Now these sheets come in silver. They come in a dark green, which I didn't choose for this because it is a lighter green. But they come in all kinds of different colors. Okay, so that is step number 1. Now we're going to add another pattern. This one is going to go like this. And because I trimmed it down, I need to trim this down too. So we're going to go to 4. All right. Now I'm going to do red glitter on this as well because I really feel like I want to add more glitter. So let's see. I have this piece measures 2 inches. So I'm going to cut a strip that measures just over 2 inches. 2 1/8. 2 1/8. That might be a little bit more than 2 1/8. Okay, so this is going to fit so that I have glitter on the top and the bottom. And again, this is just I don't like that side. This is just a add-on option. You certainly do not have to do it. I'm making more work for myself, but I'm okay with that. Now I want these to be the same length, and I'll show you why. Just get this glued on. When you glue onto this glitter, now this glitter doesn't shed, which is why we use this glitter. I will not use glitter that sheds. It ruins your die cuts, it ruins your machine, ruins your trimmer. Oh. But this does not shed. But you want to make sure you have a little bit extra glue on here because it is still kind of sandpapery, kind of gritty. Now, I do not have glitter on the 2 sides because when I put it onto my card, lo and behold, I'll pick up the glitter on the sides there. Okay, and I'm going to foam tape this piece. So if you're not doing red glitter, all you've done is taken that green and glued it on. And now you're going to take this piece and we're going to foam tape it. Okay, and this is going to line up with the bottom of my plaid, right like that. Woo! Beautiful, right? Looks really nice. Now, like I said, this card is so easy. The next step is we're going to take this piece and we're going to put it kind of like that. Yes, the sheets are 12 by 12 and there's tons of different colors. I think there's 20 colors, Karen. These are the sheets. They're 12 by 12. There's about 20 colors. If you call us, we will gladly help you with which colors we have in stock. I know there's silver. I know there's gold. I know there's a few blues. Okay, now I'm going to definitely foam tape this again, most definitely. I'm going to need double foam tape on the top because I've already foam taped that bottom piece. So when I do double, I just take it and I fold it in half like that. And I'm going to put a piece there. Going to do another piece. I make sure that my foam tape, I have quite a bit. The reason is it is my foundation of my card. So if I kind of cheap out on that area, my card is not going to stay together very well. In the bottom, I'm just going to put one piece. So I have double on the top portions. I actually maybe need to peel this one back. Maybe have too much there. Let's try this. That might work. So single and single and double at the top. And this is going to come down right to there. Okay, so see how that red glitter is really popping? Now, if I enjoy hangovers. No, I don't. I don't enjoy those kind of hangovers, but I like things to be off my card. I am totally okay with that. But if you don't like that, you just flip it and snip it. Okay, so if that bothers you, just flip and snip, and it's totally okay. Totally. Now, we're going to take, actually, let's do our snowflakes next. Now, I know that a snowflake is going to go there, and I'm going to force him under there. And a snowflake is going to go here, and I think I'll put a snowflake there. I'm going to do this one that's going to tuck under the tag. I'm going to do that one flat because it is going to tuck under my foam tape. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue and kind of force it under like that. And then these two, I will add pop dots. There's a pop dot. Sorry for the reach. Put one there. My thing is dusty. And this one, I'll put there. So I'm just going to use pop dots on these. This one's going to kind of go like that, and this one's going to kind of go like that. And the last thing for this is to add my Peace and Joy. And of course, I am going to use foam strips. I love my foam strips. I'm going to take the backing off, just like I showed you before. That's going to let me kind of place my foam strips where I need it. I never cut my foam strips. As you saw, I just tear them. Again, very easy once the backing is off. Actually, I should have done these with pop dots. Oh, well, that's okay. Pop dots would have been nice. Okay, so there it is. And we'll add some dots. I feel like I need some dots up here, so we'll probably add a few dots up here. But nice and easy, and that is adding the red glitter to it. Perfect, right? Whew. Okay, so we have 3 cards done. We have one more to do. And then we'll add our jewelry. Yeah, these are so fast and easy. Okay, so I have my card ready. Let me just get all of my sheets one more time. And I'm starting to get very, very messy here. Bring all of these in. Okay. So we need this one right here. And all of these other ones you're going to be using with Courtney later this afternoon. So I have my card base. I'm just going to get rid of this little extra because I don't really need all that. Save those. Some people like to pop things out first, and that's totally doable as well. I need that. Let's see, anything else? Oh, I need this strip over here. So this is, this strip here has stripes and then a floral piece on the bottom. We need that one. And on this one, I need my Dear Santa. It's a very warm feel to it, this one. Very warm. I need my double trees. The colors are spectacular. Okay, we have our double trees. I have my Dear Santa. Let's go to my chipboard. I need my Santa that is ice skating. He's got some mistletoe above him. And then I need these hearts. And these hearts. And I need the word jolly. Okay, that might be it. If it's not, we can certainly go back and have a look. Now, again, you could always add glitter to this if you want, or you can change it up and add glitter, foil. Foil will work as well. But for this one, we'll just keep as is. Just remembering that you always have to take that little bit off. And if I were to do this one, I would take the gray off the whole side. But I'm going to leave it for this one. I just wanted to show you how you can take it and make it. Previous page single in store. Edward, I'm not quite sure what you're referring to, but feel free to call us. We can help you over the phone. That might be the easiest. Okay, so I've just glued that on. I love this plaid. Now the next thing is to attach that piece, and I think I'm going to do it with foam tape. Of course, you can do it flat, especially if you're going to be mailing them. You might want to do them flat. That's what is awesome about these, is it's totally doable. I just have a little bit of a problem doing it. Okay, I'm just adding some of my little scraps I seem to be collecting. So foam tape, and I'm going to put it at the bottom of this blackish look. Stripe on the top. Stripe on the top. And there we've added that layer. Okay. Now we're going to take this circle, and he's going to sit like that. And I think we're going to do him flat. I could be wrong. We'll see. But I think I'll do him flat. I know I had a Mac jacket, Sandy. Actually, you know what? It wasn't my Mac jacket. It was my husband's. And we were dating. I was in grade 10, and he was older, and he was wearing a Mac jacket. I loved wearing his Mac jacket. That was a flashback. Wow. Okay. So I did that flat. This is foam taped. I did that flat. Next thing, we're going to bring in these pair of trees. They're going to sit like that. And I am going to foam tape my trees up. Yeah, we'll do one layer. I'm going to add some foam tape to my trees. I know, they were cozy. Good camping jackets, too. Okay. And I'm putting it just above that stripey. Just above. Then we're going to bring in our Dear Santa. He's gonna go like that. I'm going to foam tape that, of course. Put a little piece there. And a little piece there. And I'm going to kind of cover up that hole there. Might come a little bit more over. Now, whenever I'm kind of deciding where I'm going to put things, I tap it down. I never push it down until I absolutely know that's where I want it to go. Because sometimes it's not where I want it to go. Now, this is going to kind of go like that. And the idea of this Santa is to cover the edge of that Dear Santa So it's going to kind of cover like that. And he needs to be double foam taped. Now, I don't want it to overlap on the tree, so I'm going to kind of keep the extra foam tape to the left of Santa. And I'm doing it with double foam tape, just because I know that's where it's going to fit. And I have a little bit more double here I'm going to put on his legs. If you were in my card class last year, we had a Santa very similar to this fella. He just had some different colors to him. Now on this side, I am still going to put a little bit of foam tape, but it's going to be single. So as you can see, I've got double kind of on the left and single here. Let's see if he works. I'm going to make sure I cover up that edge of the Dear Santa. I'm going to come up a little bit more, I think right about there. Now, if I feel it's secure. That's how I know. If I feel like, ooh, I'm getting a dipsy doodle somewhere, then I need to go ahead and add something to it. But I feel like he's really good and solid. Okay, let's add some hearts. These are the chipboard hearts. Where's my little foam dots? Oh, dear. There we go. So I'm going to add a couple of little pop dots. How are we doing for time? Oh boy, we're right on time. And I'm going to put my red heart there. And I'm going to put my black heart. Oh, come on. Right up here. Oops, it's not sticking. Oops, okay, that didn't stick. Let me try another one. There. These guys are little. Okay. He's going to go kind of like that. And then Jolly. Now, Jolly is going to go right down here. And I think I'm going to do a pop dot. Now, I know that part of that Jolly, when I held it up there, I could see part of that Jolly is going to go onto his boot. So I might not put a pop dot there. Just going to hang out with this, just putting pop dots at the end for now. Let me just tear off that little bit of chipboard that's bugging me. There we go. So let me get this on and show you why, oopsie, I did that. I'm a little bit picky about making sure that I cover up things, they don't kind of hang out. Let me see what that looks like. Yep, that's probably as good as I'm going to get. I'm actually going to be, you're going to think I'm crazy, but see how his boot is showing through there? I don't like that. So I'm just going to snip his boot off. That's just me being me. Now it's clean on my eye. Otherwise my eye tends to capture those things. Don't be afraid to cut your stuff unless it's really noticeable. Okay, let's bring these cards back in. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I don't know, do you have a favorite of these first 4? Kind of like them all. If you have a favorite, chime in. Let me know which one of these 4 are your favorite. I'm going to find my enamel dots. And we're going to add some dots. Now, to be fair, for Courtney, I'm only going to use half the dots. That is my budget. And then Courtney can have the other half. Now, I doubt very highly I'm going to use all of my dots. But just to be fair, that's what I'm going to do. I have a feeling I'm going to have a lot of dots left over. But I'm going to cut them in half, and half will be for Courtney's later. And then that tells me what I am allowed to use. Sometimes you have to do that, right? Okay, let's see. Do I have some... Oh, okay, I'm going to start with Mr. Moose because I feel like he needs some colors up here. Maybe some red. Oh, but I also like that color. No, I'm going to go with red. And I'm going to do a spattering. So when I do a spattering, I pick 3 sizes. You guys all love Santa. I have one for peace and joy. Okay, so spattering, don't think about. Okay, you're going to kind of create a loosey-goosey triangle. Okay, you don't want them to be too triangle-y because then it looks like you planned it. You want it to be kind of loosey-goosey. So that is a spattering. We're just going to put a spattering, and I think we'll see. I might come back in and do some on my snowflake, but I think for now, maybe I'll move that smattering down just a little bit. See if I can still do it a little bit more. Okay, that one's good. I'm happy with that. This one, I really don't know if I need, but we'll come back to that one. This one, I definitely need some. And I think I'll go with the dark green. And we're going to do 3 in a row. Now, because I split mine, I cannot do 3 of the same size. That's okay. I'm going to do 1. I'm going to do bigger sizes. I'm going to do 2. And then, oops, 3. One, 2. Gonna move that one over. Froggy, need a coffee. Okay, I think that one will be good for now. I might add a few more, but I don't really need to. I think it just balances things out. This one, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a little crazy on this one. Call me crazy. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with my small. And if this looks dumb, I can pull it off. I'm not worried. Because what I'm doing right now is I'm just placing them. Although they have adhesive on them, which I know will stick, I can peel them up fairly easily. Let's just see what this looks like. Sometimes you guys ask about seeing me create. Sometimes it's just a matter of trying it. And if I don't like it, I pull it off. Let's see. They're pretty cards. Okay. And, okay, let's see what this looks like. Yeah, actually, I kind of like that. It's different. It's different. So what I did is I did 3 different sizes on each side. It's just kind of different, right? Something fun. We got them. Let's use them. Okay, so we did those 3. So the only one I haven't added dots to is this one. And you know what? I just might not. I just might leave it. Because I don't know. No, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to add dots to that one. We could. I usually like to add a little dot in the center of my snowflakes. I think I'll leave it. But you could. Okay, so there is our first crafty hour of today over. We've done 4 cards, nice and simple. I will be posting the link to Courtney's Crafty Hour. Remember, it's not going to be on this page. It is going to be on Courtney's page. So you'll have to head over to Scrapbook and Memories. I'm going to post the link so that you do get reminders. It'll be at 5 p.m. Pacific time. So I'll let you figure out your time zone wherever you may be. But that is our Simple Stories Crafty Hour done. We've got 4 beautiful cards. This is the easy peasy ones. This is a get her done kind of class. So I hope you had fun with me. Come back. Courtney's going to do her next 4. Maybe you'll want to add some foil. Maybe you want to add some glitter. You never know. Like, look how much fun that glitter is. So you can have a look and see whatever you like. Love it. Okay, so easy peasy, pudding pie, 4 done, and we'll see you back here at 5 p.m. for Courtney's. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.